All right, this is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Britley, Britlee, Sue Griffin. Court is calling 2020 CR 4520, State of Texas versus Amanda Carol Griffin. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Brittany Mitchell for the state.
Defense.
Assistant Public Defender Renee Munoz on behalf of Ms. Griffin.
And are you Miss Griffin?
I am, yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, and I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Griffin, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am, I sure did.
Showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I sure did.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do so waive, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Your Honor, we are waiving the repeater enhancement.
Any objection?
No objection from the defense judge.
All right, Ms. Griffin, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am, I sure did.
Did you understand you're charged with assault, family second offense? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you enter a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She sure has, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Griffin, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived a right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years of the prison. State recommends community supervision. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Britley, Britlee, Sue Griffin, and Carol Stovall, Stobaugh. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense,
Yes, Your Honor.
state?
Yes.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There be a MIC evaluation, TAP evaluation, and anger management. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
State any evidence
Your Honor, we offer State's Exhibit number 1 and all attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements, police reports, and judgments? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right. After reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Respectfully request that the court honor the plea bargain agreements on behalf of my client. Pretty much it, Judge.
All right, the repeat enhancement allegation that's been waived, who was the complainant in that case?
It was her mother. Yes, Judge.
All right, so Ms. Griffin, it appears that you have an issue. What is your issue? I know everybody who comes in there has issues, right? But I don't understand the violence against family members.
Yeah, the relationship with my mom and dad wasn't the best growing up.
Why not?
They abandoned me.
Okay. All right, so how old are you?
40.
All right, at some point in time, you're gonna have to address those issues because whatever trauma you have in the past, whatever you feel like your parents didn't do, because nobody's given a parenting book, and some people have horrible parents. They do, that's a fact. But you cannot continue on the vein that you're continuing on because maybe your parents were not the best of parents.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, when you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Negative.
All right. And are there any alcohol issues with you?
Absolutely not.
Are you employed?
Not currently, no, ma'am.
So how do you support yourself?
I've been just kind of, I am employed. I'm a delivery driver for Grubhub and
Mhm.
DoorDash right now, and a few other delivery companies. It's kind of touch and go with like my vehicle, and I have 3 dogs that, they're my life, they're my family, so. I just got approved for housing with Opportunity Home, and I went down and filled out the paperwork for that, for the secondary, I guess, application there.
Mhm.
About 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they told me it would be about 2 to 3 months before I was contacted to get in somewhere. So currently I'm trying to,
So where are you living now? And when I say living, do you have a place to stay?
I stay with a friend or in my vehicle.
Okay. And do you have any children?
I do, but they're grown.
Oh, how old are they?
Well, my youngest is 16, but he's with my mother. And the next one is 18, and then
All right.
Britley is 21, and then I have
Why is the 16-year-old with your mother?
because he didn't want to come back and live with me at my house before I got evicted, because I made him follow the rules. He wanted to go to my mom's when he got kicked out of school up in Comal County.
Mhm.
Because he gets everything that he wants over there. He didn't have to follow the rules and stuff like that. So
There's something going on here. I don't know what's going on here, but there are some issues.
Your
And I'm
Honor,
trying to figure out what those issues are. Have you ever had a mental health diagnosis?
yes, ma'am, I sure have.
All right, and
Yes, ma'am.
what is that?
It was bipolar 2, agoraphobia, PTSD.
All right, so are you under a doctor's care
I
currently?
am not. I went to CSCD, I guess.
CSCH.
CSCH, yeah. And when I was released from prison in 2020, and they told me that I didn't qualify, I didn't need services
All
at
right.
that time.
I
So
think she needs some services. Yes, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. That's why in the plea bargain agreements, it's my understanding that it should be supervised under the MIC caseload and be coordinated, set up with CHCS for reevaluation, diagnosis, possible medication.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Britley, Britlee, Sue Griffin, or Carolyn, CarolYN, Stobauh, STOBAUH. There's going to be a MIC evaluation, anger management. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation, Follow the recommendations of TAP, but if TAP wants inpatient treatment, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. Go ahead and do a referral to Center for Healthcare Services. I'm going to want a UA today. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs. Parenting classes. 200 hours of community service restitution. Once parenting classes are completed, that will be deemed satisfied. Proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month. And that'll be until she is placed either on the MIC caseload or has a mental health case manager. After that has been completed, then probation, you can do field visits that you deem necessary. And if they could also help her with housing. Probation, is there anything else?
Your Honor, you said you wanted a UA today. Is that before the courtroom?
Yes. All right. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, thank you for housing.
You're welcome. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction and also an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to your attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Everybody, I don't know anybody who grew up with Mary Poppins as their parent. Everybody always has some issues with their parents. Some of us have more issues with our parents than others. Some of us have horrible parents. Some of us have good parents, but we just go astray. I don't know what the issue is with your family, but the fact that your son is living with your mom tells me that there are some issues. You're not to have any contact with those family members. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If later down the line, if they want to have contact with you because they see that things are going well, it would probably be best for you and your family members to be able to sit down and calmly have a objective third party, probably a therapist, to see if there can be any repairs to your relationship. Because at some point in time, you're responsible for all of your actions, right? And you can't continue to blame abandonment issues on your actions.
You're right. Yes,
All right.
yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe
Yes, you may be excused.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, we are on recess and we will be back at 1:30 for jury trial. And Vashon, because I know you haven't had your lunch break, if you would like for her to come back this afternoon, for you to go over things with her and come back this afternoon. Court is calling 2023 CR 7166, State of Texas versus Luis Coronado. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense,
David McLean for Luis Coronado.
are you Mr. Coronado?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Coronado, I'm going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Mr. Coronado, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? You're charged with the offense of theft under $2,500 enhanced. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to a jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Coronado, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page, did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 118 days in the Bear County Jail under 12.44. There are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes.
State.
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the plea.
State offer State Exhibit 1 in all attachments.
Your Honor, I've reviewed that with my client. We have no objection.
All right, thank you. State, you may be excused to continue to confer.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Coronado, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I've discussed this matter with my client. He understands he was not in a right place at that point. He's going to try and endeavor to stay out of trouble. We just asked the court to call the plea bargain.
Mr. Coronado, why do you keep spilling?
I was depressed. I was just didn't know what I was doing.
Well, no, you knew what you were doing. You were intoxicated.
Yeah.
You went into this hotel. You took an item from their pantry, which was 2 beers, put them in your pants, and then went and sat on the bus stop drinking. So again, why do you continue to steal? Because if this were your first time stealing, you would be in misdemeanor court unless the cost of beer has gone up exponentially. So why do you continue to steal?
So I was out in the street and I was just really that my friends was just peer pressure me to do stuff.
How old are you?
31.
At 31, no one has peer pressure. I don't understand a 31-year-old. What were your friends saying? Steal it, take the beer? I don't think so.
Like convincing me, I guess.
I'm sorry, what?
Like convincing me.
Yeah, I don't understand a 31-year-old who's subjecting themselves to peer pressure. And who are you hanging around with? What age are they that they are
Pretty
using
young.
peer pressure to have you steal?
They're pretty young, like 26, 25.
26 and 25, that's still not the peer pressure crowd. When people think of peer pressure, they're thinking people who are in maybe high school, maybe middle school. We called it junior high when I was growing up. Do you want to spend the rest of your life in and out of prison and in and out of jails?
No.
All right. these cases, this state jail felony, at some point in time, if you continue on the path that you're on, these state jail felonies are going to be enhanced. And what that will mean is you will not be looking at up to 2 years in the state jail facility. We will start talking about prison time. Do you understand?
Yes.
So whatever is going on in your life, you need to get your life together. And you are at an age where you should not be hanging around or being with people who you say are using peer pressure to make you do the wrong thing. Do you have children?
Yeah.
What are their ages?
12.
Just one?
No, I got 12-year-olds.
2 12-year-olds? Are they twins?
No, they're 6 months apart.
Oh, okay. All right, the court will find you guilty, sentence you to 118 days in the Bexar County Jail on the 1244, give you credit for any time served. I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Are you in your 12-year-old's lives?
Yes.
How so? Do
I
you
s-
see them on a daily basis?
I see them as much as I can.
What does that even mean?
Their mom was in prison, and then the other one, she had another relationship, so it was pretty hard.
So are they living with this mother, or are they living with grandparents?
Not with the mother.
All right, you're gonna have to try to do better things for your children. Otherwise, you know what's gonna end up happening? If I have not retired, I may end up seeing your children before me, and you know what they're gonna say? Well, I have a father who stole, so that's why I steal. And whatever the mother went to prison for, they're gonna say, the reason why I do this is because my mother went to prison. Both you and the mother of these 2 boys or 2 children have not given them a good example, and you all are giving them a bad start. You understand? All right, good luck to you. Okay. All right, we're going to go on the record. Court is calling 2021 CR 7554, State of Texas versus Aaron Trevino. Ms. Trevino, if you could announce for the record, are you Aaron Trevino? All right, Mr. Trevino, we had a previous setting on this case. The clerk is looking for the file. All right, are you able to print out the docket sheet? Thank you. All right, we were here last on a hearing. And at that hearing, Ms. Judy Wimmert said that she would have the appeal file. There has been a question from the 8th Court of Appeals in El Paso asking whether or not the appeal has been abandoned. Mr. Trevino, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. For the record, Ms. Wimmert is not present. This hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 11:40 a.m. Have you been able to meet with your attorney to discuss whether or not you wish to continue with this appeal?
The last time I talked to her is that I still wanted her on the case, but that was the last time I ever had contact.
All right, and when was that?
The day we had that phone conference.
All right, and we had a phone conference because you were still in custody. Well, your location
Yes.
was at the Texas Department of Corrections, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And have you had any contact with her since that phone conversation?
No, ma'am.
All right. So my first question for you is, do you wish to continue with the appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And do you wish to have Ms. Wimmert as your attorney still?
Yes, ma'am. It says far as
All right. All right. So Ms. Wimmert hasn't appeared for this court setting. I've received a report that the appeal has not been filed. And at the last hearing we had, Ms. Wimmert informed the court that she would have the appeal filed before this date. So it has not been filed. So what the court will do is you wish to continue with Ms. Wimmert. The 8th Court of Criminal Appeals will have her address whatever issues she needs to address with them. But what I'm going to do is I will keep Ms. Wimmert on this, but I'm going to have a co-appellate counsel appointed. Do you understand?
What is that?
All right, what that means is you say you want to keep Ms. Wimmert, is that correct? All right. At some point, this appeal has to be filed. It's not going to be allowed to sit out here for years waiting for Ms. Wimmert to file an appeal. Do you understand? So to make sure that that is done and that the appeal is timely filed. And when I say not sit out here for years, the person who wants this brief done and submitted is the 8th Criminal Court of Appeals. All right. And so they have instructed me to have this hearing with you and Ms. Wimmert, but Ms. Wimmert is not present and she was to be here at 9 a.m. And it is to discover whether or not the appeal is going to continue. You're telling me that you wish the appeal to continue. So I'm not going to remove Ms. Wimmert, but I am going to have co-counsel, co-appellate counsel appointed. Do you understand now? All right. Do you have any objections to co-appellate counsel being appointed? All right. So Ms. Ferguson, if you will contact Mac, and I know he's been down here, but if you will have Mac come back down here, please, so that we can make sure that there's a co-appellate counsel appointed. All right, is there anything else? All right, just have a seat. We're going to make sure that there's a second attorney appointed, all right? Thank you. Court is calling 2021 CR 0689, State of Texas versus David Matthew Newman. Can I have parties approach for the record?
Miranda Carrillo to the state.
Patrick Valentine for David Newman.
And are you David Newman? Are both parties ready to proceed on this motion to revoke?
State is ready.
This is right.
All right, Mr. Newman, I'm showing you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision and first amended motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same David Matthew Newman who was placed on community supervision in 2021 CR 0689 for the offense of possession of child pornography on February 1st, 2022 for a term of 10 years? Is that you?
Yeah.
State?
Yes, the state is proceeding under the original motion to revoke condition number 13B on or about the 6th day of September 2022 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, David Matthew Newman, did then and there fail to comply with the instructions of the Bexar County Community Supervision and Corrections Department Sex Offender Program, and that the defendant failed to comply with the instructions of Lone Star Offender Treatment Program, his court-ordered sex offender treatment program, and that the defendant was suspended from sex offender treatment for failing to abide by treatment program rules in violation of condition 13B.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, ma'am.
State?
And condition 13H, on or about the 12th day of September 2022 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, David Matthew Newman, did then and there fail to comply with the instructions of the Bexar County Community Supervisions and Corrections Department Sex Offender Program, and that the defendant was in possession of pornographic materials in violation of condition 13H.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? State?
And lastly, the state is proceeding under condition 16 on or about the 21st day of September 2022 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, David Matthew Newman, failed to comply with chapter 62 requirements in violation of condition 16.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
The state's waiving the remainder, Your Honor.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violations 13B, 13H, and 16, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 10 years in the prison and up to a $1,500 fine? Did you understand?
I understand.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to 13B, 13H, and 16?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find 13B, 13H, and 16 true. Is there an agreement?
There is an agreement, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
Revocation and a sentence of 6 years TDC.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. With regards to allegation number 16, is that child pornography as well, or is that a different type of pornography?
That is non-contraband pornography, not child pornography.
Adult pornography?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, the court is going to grant the motion, revoke you, sentence you to 8 years in the prison, You're credited for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. There to be Chapter 62 registration. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You have a limited right to appeal, and that's as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
Good.
Yes,
The deal was for 6 years, and I believe you announced 8. Is that-
yes. I'm not following that plea. All right, so this needs to be scheduled for jury trial. State, how long do you expect this case to last?
4 or 5 days, Your Honor.
All right, are there any videos? None over 13 hours?
Judge, in all honesty, I'm not aware at this point. So, I mean, I think Mr. Hancock might have to be better.
I don't believe there is.
Okay, all right.
Good thing, right?
That is the standard here. 13 hours. Is there 13 hours worth of videos that everyone's going to be watching? All right. So are both sides ready for jury trial, state defense?
Judge, state is. The case has not been. I'll be honest, I haven't looked at this case since I got to this court yet.
Well, no, I mean, could everyone please whisper? Well, we're not going to have a jury trial on this case tomorrow. I hope everybody understands that. So when
We want Mr. Carahan to look at it, and maybe we can revisit some resolution. We just weren't there with the last person.
Right. So when I say are both parties ready, I mean in the sense, everybody has all of their discovery. There's no issue with any defense expert witness.
Judge, no, not from the state.
No, Judge, in fact, we've utilized an expert and we're good, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson, on this case, I need a jury trial setting, and I anticipate it will go 3 to 4 days.
Is that good, Judge?
It's June 27th, but let's put it on June 26th. And then your trial date will take place on June 27th. So since y'all are still negotiating and because of the nature of the case, I'll extend your plea deadline date to the actual, Miss, you need to have a seat. I'm going to extend your plea deadline date to June 26th.
We appreciate that, Judge.
And there will be no further extensions.
Yes, ma'am.
If you wish to go to trial, then your jury trial will still be scheduled for the 27th, but I'm going to want everybody here on the 26th to let the court know whether or not the state's plea offer is going to be accepted. And Mr. Hancock, it really would be great if you let the court know and let the state know before the 26th so we can put something else on the docket.
We will, Judge.
We'll confirm.
We'll stay actively conferring. We appreciate your time.
You're welcome. So Ms. Ferguson, if you'll put it on June 26th for the plea deadline date, and then June 27th is the jury trial. And Mr. Hancock,
Yes, ma'am.
with regard to your client in the jury trial, have you made a decision on if he were found guilty, if he would be coming to the court for punishment or the jury?
We have contemplated that, Judge. We would probably be going to the jury for punishment.
All right, thank you. Court is calling 2022 CR 2564, State of Texas versus Virgilio Balsadua. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense.
For the bench trial.
And are you Mr. Balsadua?
I am, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Balsadua, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
I did, Your Honor.
Mr. Balsadua, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
I did, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We would, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Judge.
Mr. Balsadua, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent? Off the record for a moment, please. This page is incorrect. Oh, why do people stretch over that? I mean, do we not see that? Are we like knocking everything down now? All right. Yeah. So that's incorrect. There's no charge listed.
Weird, Judge. Sorry, didn't know.
Oh, no problem. So once you all take care of that, I'll continue with the plea. David Garcia for Damon Thomas.
Coach, Judge.
All right, thank you. Can I see the file on Damon Thomas, please? All right, where's Damon Thomas? Come down. All right, so where are we on this case? Because I see there was a plea deadline date in August. So what's happening with this case?
I relayed the plea offer to him. I'm assuming it was the 20 years TDC.
Well, okay, why y'all don't put the offer on the record in front of the court?
Well, either way, Judge, my client doesn't want to take any offer. He wants to go to trial.
All right, Mr. Thomas, are you rejecting the state's offer? Do you need any time to consider that or no?
I think we should consider it because he wants to go over some more stuff.
All right. And I will remove the offer from my mind. All right, how old are you, Mr. Thomas?
49.
All right, so Mr. Thomas, I'm going to reset this for the first week in October. At that time, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the state's offer. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
After that, it's going to be a quick turnaround for jury trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, on Damon Thomas, I need a plea deadline date for the week of October 2nd.
Actually, Judge, I'm going to be following Mr. Goss to Philadelphia next week, not for the same
Oh,
reason.
Mr. Goss will be here, so,
Well, no, I won't. I'll still be a beast.
well, I'm sure he can call you and say if you could stand in for their mock trial.
No,
So-
I wouldn't do that, Judge.
You wouldn't stand in?
No.
No, okay.
I don't.
Well,
believe in
let's
that.
put it in the week of the last week in September.
No, I'm gone the last week of September.
Okay, when are you returning?
So I get back like the 5th. So if you want to put it on the 5th or 6th, that's good.
All right, when are you back on the 5th?
Well, I get back the night of the 4th. So
Oh, all right, Ms. Ferguson, can we put this on October 5th? All right, thank you.
thank you, Judge.
All right, we'll come back on the 5th. At that time, Mr. Thomas, you need to let me know whether or not you're
Yes,
accepting the
ma'am.
offer. Court is calling 2023 CR 5810, State of Texas versus Griseldo Bravo Rosales. Could I have the state announced to the record, please?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
All right, on August 15th, this case was set for September 18th, 2023. At that time, the court notes in the court's docket file that the defendant was late and the defendant was admonished. This hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 11:19 a.m. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement for Ms. Griselda Bravo Rosales?
Yes, Your Honor, I did, and there's one.
All right. And the court will note that the defendant did not answer docket call and the defendant has not answered the call for this hearing. State?
Your Honor, we asked for a bond forfeiture.
All right, that will be granted and the defendant will be remanded without bond. If she makes an appearance, the court will reconsider. All right, so we're here on the discovery for body cam and an offers due. Did you get the body cam?
Yes,
Was an offer tendered?
today, Judge, I haven't conveyed it just yet to my client. We're actually. We're asking for a reset. Number one, so we can think about it. The other thing is, there's a possibility, assuming she ever resurfaces. If the code defendant is actually going to take responsibility for the contraband.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Can I have a 2-week reset for a plea deadline on Mr. James Lopez? 2-week plea deadline date on James Lopez. Thanks for addressing appropriate report. April what? All right, we'll be back on April 10th. Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset form. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you. Have a good day.
আমি আছি বগুড়ায়, আর বগুড়ার সব সেরা রাঁধুনিরা তাদের হাতের খাবার নিয়ে চলে এসেছেন। কেমন করছেন তারা, চলুন দেখা যাক। দর্শক, অসংখ্য প্রতিযোগীর মধ্য থেকে প্রাথমিকভাবে বাছাইকৃত প্রতিযোগীরা আজ হাজির হয়েছে বগুড়াতে। প্রত্যেকের স্বপ্ন একটাই, হতে চায় সেরা রাঁধুনি, এবং একটু পরেই তারা মুখোমুখি হবে বিচারকদের। তারা কি ভাবছেন, মনের মধ্যে কিরকম দুশ্চিন্তা হচ্ছে, কে কি রেসিপি নিয়ে এসেছেন এবং তাদের জন্য কতটা সহজ হবে ঢাকায় যাওয়ার টিকিট পাওয়া, কথা বলবো প্রতিযোগীদের সাথে। দেখি তারা কি ভাবছেন। কেমন আছেন?
ভালো আছি, আপনি ভালো আছেন?
আপনার রেসিপি কি?
আমার রেসিপিটা হচ্ছে ক্যারামেল অরেঞ্জ ইয়োগার্ট।
ওকে, এটার মূল ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস কি?
এটার মূল ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্ট হচ্ছে দই, বগুড়ার বিখ্যাত দই। আমি সেটা দিয়ে ফিউশন করার ট্রাই করেছি।
আপনি এর আগেও অংশ নিয়েছিলেন, সম্ভবত 1427 এবং গ্র্যান্ড অডিশন থেকে বাদ পড়েছিলেন, রাইট?
রাইট।
এবারের রেসিপি কি?
এবারের রেসিপি হচ্ছে আমার চকলেট মোকা স্ট্রবেরি চিজ কেক। অল আর মাই সিক্রেট রেসিপি, সো আই এম ভেরি এক্সাইটেড।
কুমু, কেমন আছেন?
ভালো আছি, আপনি কেমন আছেন?
খুব ভালো। এর আগে 1427-এ লাকি 7 থেকে বাদ পড়েছিলেন, এবার কি মনে হচ্ছে?
প্রথমবারের যে অভিজ্ঞতা, বর্তমানে আমি তারপর আরো 2 বছর সময় নিয়েছি, শিখেছি, তো নিজেকে এবারে তৈরি করে এনেছি। ইনশাল্লাহ ভালো কিছু একটা হবে।
আপনার রেসিপির মূল বৈশিষ্ট্য কি?
আমার রেসিপির মূল বৈশিষ্ট্য হচ্ছে গ্রাম্য নিয়ে এসেছি, মানে আমার গ্রামের যে জিনিসপত্র সে প্রেজেন্ট করবো।
একসঙ্গে কতজনের রান্না করতে পারবেন?
আমি যদি বলি, এখন আমাদের বাসায় যত গেস্ট আসে আপ টু 20।
একটু কি ভয় লাগছে?
হ্যাঁ, একটু ভয় কাজ করছে, কারণ ফার্স্ট টাইম কোনো রিয়েলিটি শোতে আসছি।
তারপর আপনার জন্য শুভকামনা রইল।
সো মাচ।
দর্শক, ভয় তো লাগবেই, এবং এই ভয়কে জয় করাই হচ্ছে যে কোনো প্রতিযোগীর কাজ। সেরা রাঁধুনি কিন্তু একটা লম্বা প্রতিযোগিতা, এবং এই রেসে টিকে থাকার জন্য আপনাকে অবশ্যই অন্যদের চাইতে বেটার রেসিপি দিতে হবে, এবং সেই রেসিপির মধ্য দিয়ে কিন্তু যারা আমাদের বিচারক রয়েছেন তাদের মন জয় করতে হবে। সো দেখা যাক কি হয়, আমাদের সঙ্গেই থাকুন। দর্শক, আমাদের মাঝে বিচারকেরা চলে এসেছেন। একটু পরেই শুরু হবে ফুড টেস্টিং এবং সেই সাথে জাজমেন্ট। আমি এবার কথা বলবো আমাদের বিচারকদের সাথে, দেখি তারা কি ভাবছেন। ওয়েলকাম টু বগুড়া অডিশন। কি খবর?
ভালো, তুমি কেমন আছো?
আমি খুব ভালো আছি, এবং আমি ভুল না করলে এবার দিয়ে বোধহয় 5ম বারের মতো আপনি আসলে বিচারকের দায়িত্ব পালন করছেন। বগুড়ার প্রতিযোগী, সর্বোপরি এবারের প্রতিযোগীদের নিয়ে আপনার কি বলার আছে?
প্রত্যাশা তো অনেক বেশি, কারণ বগুড়া সবসময় সব সিজনেই অনেক ভালো ভালো পার্টিসিপেন্টস আমরা পেয়ে থাকি সেরা রাঁধুনিতে। তো এবারেও আমি আশা করছি যে অ্যাটলিস্ট টপ 5 পর্যন্ত যেন যেতে পারে, এরকম পার্টিসিপেন্টস আমরা এখান থেকে নিয়ে যেতে পারি, এটাই আমাদের প্রত্যাশা।
শেফ নাইম আশরাফ, দ্বিতীয়বারের মতো সেরা রাঁধুনির অডিশনের দায়িত্ব পালন করছেন বিচারকের। কেমন লাগছে বা কি মনে করছেন এবারের এই আয়োজন নিয়ে?
সেরা রাঁধুনি গত সিজনে আমরা রংপুর দিয়ে শুরু করেছিলাম, সো এবার বগুড়াতে নতুন পার্টিসিপেন্টসদের খাওয়া ট্রাই করার জন্য ভেরি এক্সাইটেড। রেসিপি সিলেকশনে আমি সবগুলো রেসিপি দেখেছি, সিলেক্ট করেছি, সো ওগুলো খাওয়ার জন্য এবার এখানে আশা করি অনেক ভালো পার্টিসিপেন্টস বগুড়া থেকে পাবো।
অনেক অনেক ভালোবাসা। আমার মনে হয় আমি আর সময় নষ্ট না করি, আপনার ভেতরে চলে যান।
তোমাকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ।
থ্যাংক ইউ। দর্শক, আমাদের প্রধান 2 বিচারককে তো পেয়ে গেছি, কিন্তু বগুড়াতে রয়েছেন আমাদের আরও একজন অতিথি বিচারক। তিনি ঠিক কোথায় আমি এখনও জানি না, তাকে খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না। তিনি এলেই কিন্তু শুরু হয়ে যাবে আমাদের মূল অডিশন রাউন্ড।
con. Ôi chơi lắm cái này.
Con phải lên, con đánh câu của bạn. Con dạy là. Thế bạn em dạy mà. Thầy gì ở đây luôn.
Thôi học đi. Không đi lắng cái này đâu con ơi.
Con có mũ mà.
Thì nhà sẽ tô phần con ơi, đi đâu ấy? Con mình sẽ tô cái phần chúng mẹ Hello Kitty này bằng cái màu hồng nhá, hồng phấn này. Đôi môi là màu đỏ nè. Mình đã tô xong phần đầu với cái màu hồng nhá.
আপনার যদি লাক ভালো থাকে আমাদের সাথে নেক্সট অডিশন রাউন্ডে আপনি যেতে পারবেন। হ্যাঁ,
মানে এটা আপনি কেকের উপর দিতে পারেন না, দিস ইজ প্লাস্টিক, রাইট?
ওকে ওকে।
থ্যাংক ইউ। আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন কি বানাতে পারেন?
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন আমি পারি না। আমার মনে হয় আপনি একটু সময় নেন, ভালো করে শিখেন। জি।
হ্যালো শেফ, হ্যালো ম্যাম, হ্যালো ম্যাম।
হ্যালো।
এটা হলো আমি করেছি কোয়েল বেগুনের কালাইয়ের টাক। আমার আঞ্চলিকতাকেই আমি ফিউশন হিসেবে এখানে তুলে ধরেছি। আর পাশে ডেজার্ট হিসাবে রেখেছি জাম্বুরার খোসার মালাই চাপিটা।
ইন্টারেস্টিং। এটা প্লেট করা কোথা থেকে শিখলেন?
আমি কমপ্লিট করার পরে যখন ঢাকাতে চাকরির প্রিপারেশনের জন্য যাই, তখন ওখান থেকে 3 মাসের একটা কোর্স করেছিলাম। ওখানে আপনার ডেকোরেশন, প্লেটিং অনেক কিছু শেখাইছিল। ছোটোখাটো কিছু ওখান থেকেই শেখা হয়েছে। আর ইউটিউব, সুপার শেফ, মাস্টার শেফ, কানাডিয়ান, অস্ট্রেলিয়ান এইসব দেখেই শিখেছি। আর আপনার ফুড নিয়ে এক্সপেরিমেন্ট করতে ভালোবাসি। খাদ্যের অবশিষ্ট অংশ ফেলে দিয়ে আমরা অনেক সময় নষ্ট করি, যাতে ওইগুলো আমরা ফুড হিসেবে আবার প্লেটিং করতে পারি, সেই হিসাবে এটা আমার করা। জাম্বুরার খোঁজ
সেরা রাঁধুনিতে কি ফার্স্ট টাইম?
না, এবার দিয়ে আমার সেকেন্ড টাইম।
আচ্ছা,
এর আগের বার আমি এসেছিলাম, আপনার ওই টিমে ছিলাম।
আপনি কিচেনে কাজ করেন না কেন? হোটেল বা রেস্টুরেন্টে কাজ করেন না?
আমি আপনার 17-18 মাস মতন কাজ করেছিলাম আপনার রূপপুর পারমাণবিকের পাশে, মানে অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট হিসেবে ঢুকেছিলাম। পরে শেফ চলে যাওয়ার কারণে পুরো আমি হ্যান্ডেল করতাম ওইটা।
কিচেন লাইনে কাজ করতে চান?
অফকোর্স, এই জন্যই এখনো এর পিছনেই ছুটছে।
আপনার আইডিয়াস অনেক ভালো, ফুড আইডিয়াস অনেক ভালো, ফুডের টেস্ট অনেক ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আপনার খুব ভালো চেষ্টা ছিল, আর আমরা নতুন রেসিপি দেখলাম।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
তো আমার মনে হলো আপনাকে আমরা একটা ওয়েটিং কার্ড দেই। আপনার যদি লাক ভালো থাকে, আমাদের সাথে নেক্সট অডিশন রাউন্ডে আপনি যেতে পারবেন।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আমার মাঝে আমি সেরা রাঁধুনি।
আমি নিয়ে এসেছি প্লেন রাইস, সর্ষে ইলিশ, আর হচ্ছে একটা ডাউল রান্না, বাড়িতে নর্মালি যেটা রান্না হয় আর কি, আর হচ্ছে 3 পদের ভর্তা।
এতটুকু তো এনাফ না সেরা রাঁধুনি হওয়ার জন্য।
কি রেসিপি বানিয়েছেন আজকে?
এটা স্যার ফ্রাইড চিকেন আর ফ্রাইড রাইস।
বাসায় রান্না করেন?
জি জি।
কি ধরনের রান্না?
নর্মাল রান্নাগুলো আম্মু করে, আর একটু মানে অন্যরকম রান্নাগুলো আমি করেছি।
আম্মু তো সেরা রাজনীতি গিয়ে রান্না করে দিয়ে আসে।
না না, নর্মাল রান্নাও পারি ম্যাম, নর্মাল রান্নাও পারবো।
একটু স্কিলটা বাড়াতে হবে। হ্যাঁ,
জি, আমি নিয়ে আসছি অ্যারাবিয়ান চিকেন খাফসা।
এখানে স্টার অনিস ব্যবহার করেছো? স্টার অনিস অনেক বেশি স্ট্রং ফ্লেভার আছে।
খাপসা নিয়ে এসেছি, এটা খাপসা হয়নি।
আবার আসবে।
চিকেন ললিপপ, সাথে একটু সুইটের জন্য চকলেট কেক নিয়ে এসেছি।
ললিপপের সাথে রাইস যায় না।
চিকেন ললিপপ ইজ আ স্টার্টার।
এই জিনিসগুলো অবশ্যই মাথায় রাখতে হবে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
শামিন, কি বানিয়েছেন আজকে?
আমি এটা কাঁচা পেঁপের লাড্ডু বানিয়েছি।
শামিন, এটা আপনার নিজের রেসিপি? ইটস রিয়েলি গুড। আমি খাওয়া স্টপ করতে পারছি না। আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন কি বানাতে পারেন?
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন আমি পারি না।
আমার মনে হয় আপনি একটু সময় নেন, ভালো করে শিখেন।
জি
ফারজান আক্তার মিম,
জি।
কি বানিয়েছো?
পায়েস।
এত বড় প্লেটে কেন?
আসলে ডেকোরেশনের জন্য একটু বড়ই নিয়েছিলাম।
ডেকোরেশনের জন্য তো ভালো লাগছে না।
পায়েস সাধারণত এভাবে সার্ভ হয় না।
আপনার নাম বলবেন আর কি রেসিপি বানিয়েছেন সেটা?
আমার নাম মোহাম্মদ শাফিউল আলম, ডিশের নাম লেয়ার হ্যাভেন টিট।
এটা হ্যাভেন কোন দিক থেকে হলো?
একটা স্মুথি ভাব আসে, এই জন্যে
একটা বাইট দিলাম আর একদম উড়ে হ্যাভেন। আমি খেয়ে যেটা দেখলাম, কেকটা খুবই ড্রাই। সরি টু সে, আমি যেতে পারি নাই হ্যাভেন।
অডিশন রাউন্ডে বিচারকদের কাছে প্রতিযোগীদের রেসিপির পাশাপাশি ফুড প্রেজেন্টেশন, কুকিং স্কিল, নলেজ, সেলফ কনফিডেন্স সহ বিভিন্ন বিষয়ে পরীক্ষার সম্মুখীন হতে হয়। সেই পরীক্ষায় অনেকেই বিচারকদের প্রত্যাশা পূরণ করতে পারেননি, তাই সেরা রাঁধুনি হওয়ার স্বপ্ন তাদের এখানেই থেমে যায়।
অয়েল ফ্রি আলু পনির, এটা
পনিরটা কিভাবে বানিয়েছে?
পনিরটা এটা কেনা পনির।
তাহলে তো আলুও বাজার থেকে কেনা, তাহলে আপনার কি?
আমার রান্না রেসিপি আমার।
আমার নাম নাসরিন আক্তার মিম। আমি আজকে করেছি ভ্যানিলা কেক, সাথে আমি করেছি হাঁসের মাংস।
কেকের সাথে হাঁসের মাংস?
কেকটা এখানে কেন, মানে টপ থেকে এডিবল?
নো,
সো এটা এডিবল না, এন্ড দেন ওয়াই ডিড ইউ পুট?
নো, এটাও এডিবল না, এটা হচ্ছে
Plastic on top.
প্রপার। হ্যাঁ,
মানে এটা আপনি কেকের উপর দিতে পারেন না, দিস ইজ প্লাস্টিক, রাইট?
ওকে ওকে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Mình đã tô xong bức tranh về chú mèo nha. Các bạn hãy quan sát lại bức tranh mình đã hoàn thiện này. Để theo dõi các video tiếp theo, các bạn nhớ bấm like cho mình nhé. Xin chào các bạn. Hello, xin chào các bạn đến với kênh YouTube của mình nha. Hôm nay chúng mình cùng nhau tô màu bức tranh về một chú gà mái này, một chú gà mái hoa mơ này. Chúng mình cùng tô màu nha. Một chú gà mái với bộ chân rất là sần sù, như kiểu chú ấy là một chú gà mái rất già rồi ấy. Nên mình sẽ tô cái màu của nó là màu đỏ nhá. Đây này, đây là cái màu đỏ này. Mình sẽ tô cái phần màu trên đỉnh đầu trước nha. Mình đang tô cái phần màu của chú gà. Mình đã tô xong cái phần màu với cái màu đỏ này rồi nhá. Giờ mình sẽ tô sang phần mỏ này. Để cái màu nâu. Đây là cái màu nâu này. Mình sẽ dùng cái chì ngòi nhỏ này. Một cái mỏ rất là sắc nhọn.
It looked really good. Taste wise, it is also very good.
থ্যাংক ইউ
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটাই ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম অ্যান্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো, যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি।
আমি সেরা চমক দেখাতে জ্বালাবো শিখা দেখিয়ে দেব যা হয়নি দেখা।
আমি মৌসুমি।
মৌসুমি কি বানিয়েছেন?
এটা হচ্ছে চকো ক্যারামেল চিজ কেক ব্লসম।
Looks beautiful. I think আজকের দেখা one of the best presentation.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কি করেন আপনি?
আমার ছোটোখাটো একটা বিজনেস আছে ফুড নিয়ে, পাশাপাশি আমি ট্রেনার হিসেবে রাজশাহী মহিলা টিটিসিতে আছি। আমি মাস্টার্স কমপ্লিট করেছি হোম ইকোনমিক্স থেকে, আর এছাড়াও আমি হোটেল ম্যানেজমেন্টে ডিপ্লোমা করেছি, আর এখন করছি হলো কুলিনারি আর্টসের উপরে ডিপ্লোমা। এছাড়াও আমি কিছু লেভেল কমপ্লিট করেছি যেটা কুকিং এবং বেকিংয়ের উপরে।
সো আপনি রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার?
জি।
সো রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার হিসেবে ইউ হোল্ড আ ভেরি হাই পজিশন ইন দ্য সোসাইটি, রাইট? সো ওই পজিশন থেকে এসে এরকম একটা প্ল্যাটফর্মে দাঁড়িয়ে নিজের খানাকে প্রুভ করা, দ্যাট টেকস আ লট অফ গাটস। অল ইউর স্টুডেন্টস আর ওয়াচিং, যারা আপনাকে চিনে তারা দেখছে।
জি।
অ্যান্ড এটা তো অ্যাবাউট নাও তো 50-50, ইট ক্যান গো এনি ডিরেকশনে। ফুড প্রেজেন্টেশন নিয়ে আমি বলেছি, ইট লুকড রিয়েলি গুড। টেস্ট ওয়াইজ ইট ইজ অলসো ভেরি গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
এভরি লেয়ার, ডিফারেন্ট এলিমেন্টস অফ ইট ভালো লেগেছে।
জি।
নিচের সসটা ভালো লেগেছে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আমাদের যদি সিলেক্ট হয়ে যান তাহলে কিন্তু একটা লম্বা সময় থাকতে হবে, মানে এত কিছু বাদ দিয়ে ওইটুকু কি করা সম্ভব?
সম্ভব, কারণ আমার বাচ্চারা খুব করে চায়, এটা তো আমার ভালো লাগার একটা জায়গা যে আমিও চাচ্ছি এখানে যেতে। সঙ্গে আমার বাচ্চাদের খুব ইচ্ছা যে তার মাকে এই পজিশনে দেখা যাক, তো আমি হয়তো বা জবও ছেড়ে দিতে পারি এখানে যাওয়ার জন্য।
মৌসুমি, আমরা আপনাকে ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিব, ঠিক আছে?
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আসুন।
ইয়েস, পেয়ে গেছি আমার কাঙ্ক্ষিত কার্ডটি। যদি আমি অ্যাপিরনটি পেয়ে যাই তো আমি যেখানে জব করি তাদেরকে আমি জানাবো আমি ছুটি চাই 2 মাসের জন্য। যদি তারা মানে রাজি হয় তাহলে ওকে, আর যদি না রাজি হয় তো আমার স্বপ্ন পূরণের জন্য আমি জবটা ছেড়ে দেব, তাও আমি যেতে চাই ঢাকা। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম।
আমার নাম তাসনিয়া আলী।
কি বানিয়েছো আজকে?
আমি বানিয়েছি বিফ লাজানিয়া।
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটাই ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম অ্যান্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো, যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি।
সো এটা পারফেক্ট আছে?
আই হোপ সো।
ইটালিয়ান আইটেমে কোন উপাদানটা ছাড়া কখনো ইটালিয়ান ডিশ হয় না?
টমেটো আর মজরেলা, ওদের প্রত্যেকটা আইটেমে কাইন্ড অফ এই দুইটা জিনিস কনসিস্টেন্ট থাকে।
অরিগানো অলসো।
অরিগানো অলসো, ইয়েস।
এখানে মজরেলা আসছে?
জি, হোমমেড মজরেলা যেটা আমি নিজে বানিয়েছি।
হোমমেড?
জি।
I am very impressed যে you make your own mozzarella.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আর কি কি ইটালিয়ান ডিশ তুমি ভালো তৈরি করতে পারো?
স্প্যাগেটি উইথ মিটবলস, এটা ফ্রিকোয়েন্টলি বানাই। আর একটা হচ্ছে তিরামিসু।
বাংলা খাবার বানাতে পারো?
জি পারি।
5 ফোড়নে যে ব্যবহার করা হয়, 5 ফোড়ন নাম শুনেছো?
জি।
5টা মশলার নাম বলো তো।
মেথি, মৌরি, কালিজিরা, জিরা, নর্মাল জিরা অ্যান্ড
না সরি লাস্টটা মনে পড়ছে
রাঁধুনি থাকে ওর মধ্যে
ও হ্যাঁ রাঁধুনি সর্ষে
রাঁধুনিও থাকে রাঁধুনি থাকে। মনে করেন আপনি সেরা রাঁধুনি হয়ে গেলেন,
জি
15 লক্ষ টাকাও পেলেন,
জি
দেন করবেন কি?
আই থিঙ্ক কালিনারি আর্টসে একটা ডিগ্রি পারসিউ করব ফার্স্ট অফ অল, অ্যান্ড বেকিংয়ে আমার আরও বেশি অনেক কিছু যে অনেক টাইপের আইটেমস আছে, সো ওগুলো আমি হচ্ছে আমার প্রফেশনালি শেখার ইচ্ছা আছে, তো আমি মোস্ট প্রবাবলি স্কিল বিল্ডিংয়ে ইনভেস্ট করব সবার ফার্স্ট।
সো ফর নাও উইল গিভ ইউ আ ওয়েটিং কার্ড, ঠিক আছে?
আমি ঠিকই জানি আমার মাঝে আমি
chân thật và kiên nhẫn con mang theo gieo thiện lương muôn phương bằng cả trái tim, thiên thần còn nhìn thấy khắp nơi mẹ trên trời cao con rớt xuống đầy khóc, được làm em bé xíu của mẹ này, dịu dàng mẹ cười đón thiên thần đáng yêu.
Mình đang tô bằng cái màu đỏ nha, một cái màu đỏ tươi rất là lộng lẫy cho chú công này, với bộ lông dài. Mình đã tô xong cái phần đuôi là màu tím và màu đỏ nha. Mình sẽ tô đôi chân với cái màu nâu. Đây là cái màu nâu nha. Tới cái phần chân là cái màu nâu nè. Bộ lông dài, bộ đuôi dài lên nó sẽ che hết cả cái phần chân của chú công này nha. Mình sẽ tô phần lông trên bằng cái màu vàng. Vàng và cam kết hợp.